some reason, I always seem to get a nail in my tire just after I get a new car. For my RV, I got 2 nails in the same tire within 2 months of owning it. And in my Model Y, after 8,000 miles, picked up a nail. I first noticed it when the tire pressure monitor system showed 28 PSI in orange and had a little orange tire symbol on it too. I had some errands to run, so when I got back, I took a look at the tire, but I couldn't see anything. Front tire is at 36 PSI because it's cold this morning. Rear tire is at 28 PSI. So I just aired up the tire and checked it the next day. If you want to know how to check your tire pressure, you just have to swipe over here on the screen. You see I got 37 pounds in my driver's side rear tire. I'd aired it up to 40 the other day, so in about a day it lost maybe 2 or 3 PSI. After running a few errands, I happened to stop where the nail was on the top of the tire and I could see it. Even though my Tesla Model Y does not have a spare tire, that doesn't really freak me out because usually those nails are slow leaks and I have plenty of time to fix it. Driving around on it won't really change anything, so yeah, I drove with it for about a week while I was trying to figure out what the heck to do. After I found the problem, I had to figure out, well, what am I going to do about it? If the nail is too close to the edge of the tire near the sidewall, then it can't be fixed. But luckily mine it's in the first rain groove, so it was at least an inch inside the tire. So, okay, it can be plugged. I had 2 options. I could either take the tire off and plug it myself, or I could take it into a tire store and let them do the repair. It was a tough decision, but since it rained that morning and the ground was a little damp, yeah, I decided I'd go to Discount Tire. Fortunately, I was able to get an appointment same day. Yeah, they will patch and plug the tire and do it all for free, so what's not to like? My only concern was maybe they'll say, can't be fixed, you're gonna have to buy a new tire. And according to Tesla, they really recommend that you replace both tires on the same axle. So yeah, that would run me about $700. So I drove down there and they took me in within 5 minutes of my appointment. Young man Jesus, he actually fixed the tire for me. Jesus used a jack pad and then a manual jack, just like the Tesla manual says you're supposed to do it. Get the tire off, it's gonna put the patch on it. Then he put the tire back on the rim. Put it into the balance machine. Reinstall the tire. He used an air power tool to put the lugs on, but he also used a manual torque wrench set to 130 foot-pounds. The whole job only took about a half an hour, so I was really pleased with the repair, and it looks pretty good. So you might be wondering, how did I get a nail in my tire in the first place? Nails, when they hit the road, they usually lay flat, and they're not going to puncture your tire. Well, it turns out when your front tire runs over the nails, it flips them up in the air, and sometimes they come down, point up. And if your rear tire passes at that time, yeah, that's when you can get a nail or the screw in your tire. There's a good chance you're gonna pick up a nail in your tire sometime, but not to worry. In most cases, they are repairable. If your tire is low on air pressure, just drive slower and it won't change really a lot. It's not likely that that nail is gonna come out of your tire. As a matter of fact, usually it takes quite a bit of muscle power to pull that sucker out of there. The tire rubber holds really well. So you can just drive slowly until you get a chance to air it up again, or call roadside assistance if you want to, but it's usually not an emergency. Yeah, in any case, I carry an air compressor with me, just in case I'm out in the boonies somewhere and I notice it, I can put some air in it and then get back to where I need to be. If you don't want to carry an air compressor, you might be thinking, well, maybe I should get some of that tire sealant and try that kind of stuff out. Yeah, you could, but it has a couple of drawbacks. I've used that in my bike tire several times, and you got about a 50-50 chance of it working. And the other thing with the Teslas, that sealant can gunk up your TMS right in the valve and cause some problems with that. It's just kind of a mess to clean it all out when you get the tire repaired. Of course, if your tire is shot anyway, what's the difference? In any case, as long as your puncture is less than 1/4 inch in diameter, you should be able to get it fixed. The patch and the rubber plug that Discount Tire uses should last for the life of the tire. The patch on the inside makes your tire airtight, and the plug on the outside keeps the water from getting in to the steel belts and rusting them out. So yeah, it'll last as long as your tire does. So that's my adventure. This is Grandpa Ron. I'm back on the road again. See you next time.
And the sun beats down and it burns, but I keep on pushing through.